have a notebook because I want you all to take notes. All right. Taking notes is very important. And if you follow these tips, nokat, that I'm going to share, and your teacher also, of course, told you before, you will definitely, make a better performance in your speaking test. We're still waiting. The number of students are increasing, mashallah. It seems that many students are willing to attend this session. As I said that, speaking test is very important, Shabab. Many students do not take it serious. And just because they get a low mark in a speaking test, and because of the speaking test, maybe many of them fail in level 3. They think, speaking test is Khalibali, it's not that much important. I don't know what they think because sometimes I see, especially boys, when I see them before the exam, they are not reviewing, they are not mururing, they are not reviewing anything. They are not carrying anything. They're not having even a notebook to review some kalamat, some vocabulary, some expressions. They just come with ID card and khalas, mashay. They just want to give the exam and that's it. So Shabab, if you're gonna be like this, of course you cannot get a good mark, in the speaking test. You should feel responsible. You should always try to, be well prepared for the exam. But sometimes I can see some students who are, carrying, who carrying a, where is it, a notebook, and this is really good, and they are preparing even before the exam. They are preparing. So this is really good. So I suggest that everyone, carry his or her notes, because reviewing murur, to murur and review, reviewing is very important. Yani, to learn what vocabularies I should use, because there are some vocabularies that always can help you to speak better, right? So at least we need to know those vocabularies. There are some techniques also that tonight, inshallah, I will tell you some of them. Of course, speaking for a speaking test, we can, explain a lot of things, but in 2 hours or 1.5, we cannot cover everything. So inshallah, I will try my best. I will try my best to tell you the most important, tips, vocabularies, and strategies that you need to know about your speaking test. By the way, level 3 and level 4, Shabab, speaking, what is it? Almost same. Okay? The test format is same. So I don't know if anybody attended my session yesterday, but you can say that the level 3 and level 4 are almost same. So the only thing that, the sample questions will be different, but the format is same. So let's get started. Mashallah, still we're getting many students. But since you guys are on time, so let's get start our class. Are you ready? By the way, Shabab, we are trying to close your mic. Okay, you cannot on your mic. You know why? Because unfortunately, there are some students who forget to off their mic, to close their mic. So that's why they always try to disturb the class. So I requested the Tamkeen Academy, Mr. Ahmed, who is the director of the Tamkeen Academy, and I would like to thank him for providing this free session for you guys. And you should also thank him, by the way, because this is a really a great thing that he is doing. Inshallah ta'ala, all of you take so many benefits from this class. So the mics are closed, okay? But at the end of the session, we will open the mics, okay? At the end of the session, I will open the mic and the comments. Even I will close the comment. I don't know if it's okay. I will close the comment because, as I said, that there are some certain people who try to, some inappropriate things. So we try to avoid that. So guys, I hope that you are ready. Get your coffee ready, your notebook, inshallah ta'ala. I hope that we make a very wonderful and useful session tonight. So let's get started. I'm going to, Mr. Can you explain in both language? La, Shabab, by the way, my name is Dr. Mohsen. I'm Irigushi. I'm from Iran. And my Arabic is kharban ziyada, Baba. I cannot speak Arabic. Okay, my English is like Bengali and Indian. It's very very bad. My Arabic is terrible. So I cannot explain in Arabic. And even if I knew Arabic, I wouldn't explain in Arabic. Mo yani is explain in Arabic. Huh? You are level 3 students and you are going to level 4. If you want to pass level 3, your English should be strong enough. How can you expect me to explain in Arabic? So if I explain in Arabic, you think that your speaking will improve? لا حبيبي, it will not improve. So if you cannot understand my English, then you better to repeat level 3. This is my suggestion. If you cannot, okay, if you cannot understand my English, then you better to continue. I mean to repeat. That is okay, Shabab. If you repeat the level 3, that is absolutely fine. You know why? Because when you go to level 4 with a weak level, with a weak level, then you will be in trouble. Yani you cannot pass level 4 just like that. It is so difficult. It is very, very difficult. So you need to be strong. You need to go with a strong base. Then, so don't feel bad. Even now, God forbid, if you fail in level, what is it? You fail in level 3, that's absolutely okay. Don't lose your motivation. It is absolutely okay. Everybody fails. But God forbid, I'm saying God forbid. But even we are human. I mean, failure is the best thing, Failures can teach us to be better person. Failures are best teachers. Then, so inshallah ta'ala, you are going to try your best. The rest is your destiny. If you pass it or if you fail. So yalla, Shabab, I stop stop giving you advice. So let's get started with our session. MashaAllah, we're still getting many students, 270 students. So let's get started. So Shabab, here it is. Welcome to Tamkeen Academy. I hope that you enjoyed the session. And again, I would like to thank the director of the Academy, Mr. Ahmed, for providing this session for you. Okay, Shabab. So what is the plan? What we are going to do today? Today, we have 3 things. The first thing is general tips. Okay, general tips that I'm going to explain. What are the do's, are the don'ts that you need to do for the speaking, okay? And the second part, I'm going to tell you some useful, yani mufid, vocabularies and expressions. So there are some vocabularies that can help you, better, Shabab. Because if I give you different samples right now, you don't get those samples. But if you know some nice kalamat, vocabularies, those kalamat, those expressions, those grammars that I am going to tell you today, tonight, maybe those things can help you to, make sentences in your speaking test. All right? So there are some kalamat that you need to know maybe it can be useful for you guys. And later on at the end, we will learn, we will practice some sample questions. At the end, I will open the mic and you can practice speaking. Maybe I will ask 2 or 3 students to have a practice. Then, so let's get started. The first part is tips. Tips yani nukat, Shabab. So there are some nukat that you need to know. Yeah, Shabab. As you know that speaking test has 3 parts. three parts. I'm not going to write them because these are easy. You know that your teacher taught you these things. Part one is general questions about different topics they will ask you. Okay, that you don't need to give very long answers. And part two is cue card, which is the most important part of your speaking test, cue card, that later on I will explain it. And part three, of course, is follow-up questions. Yani, some questions related most of it to cue card. Then, so before all these things, let's just learn some tips, some nukat for part one. Yeah, Shabab, when you go to exam, all right, keep these things in your mind that the examiner, the examiner, yani the teacher, if the examiner asks you any question, you don't need to be absolutely honest about them. Okay? You don't need to say the right answer. Yani, for example, if they ask you, what is your favorite major? Major means تخصص. Maybe you don't know how to say engineering. Maybe you don't remember the word of engineering. Okay? So you say that my favorite major is business. Maybe you know the word of business. So say business. Okay? Or for example, if they ask you, do you prefer online learning or offline learning or classroom learning? Then you say that, for example, or online, sorry, shopping or shopping from stores. Maybe you know some information about online shopping a lot. Maybe your information is more than the other part. So speak about online learning. So you don't have to speak something that you want to say it in Arabic and you want to translate it. La. Say, explain, and use those types of answers that you know how to say it in English. So you don't need to be an honest person. Be a chizab, adi. We don't care that you are telling us the truth or not. Maybe you want to say your father is a doctor and he is working in a hospital. Okay, it's none of my business that you're telling us the truth or not. Okay, so you should cook story, yani make stories. Okay, you should be a good story maker at that time when they're asking you the question. All right, and do not give short answers. Be careful. For example, if they say that do you like what is it for example, do you like playing football? Yes. Halas? Yes. This is, of course, is not a very a good answer at all. So a good answer always can be like this. For example, yes, I do. Do you like? Yes, I do. I do like. I like. What is it? Or I am crazy about playing football, and I play football every day, or because it makes me fit, or because I enjoy it. So you can give even reason by yourself, even if the teacher is not asking you why. Or for example, where do you live? I live in Ibri. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. But if you want to get higher mark, you say, I live in Ibri. Actually, Ibri is a very small city in southeast of Oman. Sure. I live in Muscat. Muscat is the capital of Oman. Sure. If you give مرتبط related answers, okay, that will increase your mark. The teacher will like it. You know, your teacher examiner will be impressed that he's not giving short answers. He's trying to give little bit more information, related information. So Shabab, this is very important, okay? Giving related information. Yani you should elaborate and give more details. All right? So these things you need to keep it in your mind. Okay. Shabab, it is okay to pause. Pause means yani to stop, you need to stop a little bit, not a long pauses. Okay, not a long. Sometimes maybe they ask you some questions that you don't know what to say. You don't have any information, sah? You don't have any information, so you need to a little bit think, sah? You need to a little bit think. So you need to buy the time. So how you need to buy the time? You can use these phrases. For example, the question is difficult and you need to a little bit think about it. So you can, oh, that's an interesting question. But would you just, or would you give me, let me think about it for a minute, for a second? Oh, this is an interesting question. Or this is a tough question, difficult question. This is a difficult question, this one. Or that's a difficult question. That's a tough question. But I'll try to answer it. So, you're trying to a little bit buying the time to think about it. So it is not zaruri to, very fast to give the answer if you don't know the answer. Say this thing, okay? Try to use one of these sentences and a little bit think. Because you ask the teacher, oh, that's a difficult question. Let me just think about it for a second. Let me think about it for a second, please. Keep talking. Okay, then keep talking. So when you face with such a thing, you can use these sentences to buy the time. Okay, when you don't know the question. All right. So this part, what to say when you do not understand the question? Some students say, excuse me. They don't say even excuse me. They say, repeat. Repeat, teacher. Repeat. Are you serious? Repeat, teacher. مو هذا. What does it mean, repeat, teacher? You should have شوية احترام. شوية, be formal. مو repeat, teacher. So that's not cool, يا شباب. You should be مؤدب. You should be formal. You should be polite and professional. You should know how to request. First of all, teachers are not allowed to explain it. First, they're not allowed to explain it, to paraphrase it. But you give a try. You request at least. Maybe you request to repeat the question. So how do you going to request the teacher? You can use these kalama sentences. Instead of saying can you, to be a little bit more formal, more polite, you can say that would you. If you cannot say J, would you repeat the question, please? Would you repeat this? Excuse me, sir. Would you repeat the question, please? Or repeat the question. Maybe not gonna be cool. It's not a good idea to say this. If you want to be shwaya more diplomatic, if you want to impress your teacher a little bit more, impress means jazb, to make him happy, to impress. Use this one. Would you so paraphrase. Would you, or can you paraphrase the question, please? So maybe your teacher paraphrase, shabab, yani the teacher will try to ask the question in another way. He tries or she tries to make it, what is it? A little bit more simple for you. So maybe the question is difficult. You did not understand. He will ask the question in a different way. This is the meaning of paraphrase, as you know that. Okay? So the same question, but he will ask it in a simple way. All right? So would you or can you paraphrase the question, please? So this is the technique that you can ask your teacher. Examiner yani teacher, shabab. Be careful, huh? All right. So what if you did not understand a word, maybe one kalima? He is asking one question, and in one question you don't know one kalima, or maybe in there is a question, there is a word that you don't know. First of all, as I said, that they will not tell you, but you can give a try. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Don't say Mr. Don't say Mr. Ya Shabab. Don't say Mr. This is third time I told you. Don't forget it. Don't say Mr. This is not a good English. If you're saying Mr., you should say the surname. Mr. Blushi, Mr. Kalbani. It is zaruri to say the surname, or Mr. Mohsen. خلي Mr. and 99% of Omani students are saying Mr. Mr. ليش? When are you going to stop this? So stop it. Learn a good English. All right? Yalla. Excuse me, sir. What does facility, for example, you did not understand the word of facility, any services, okay? Facility means services. What does facility mean? What does facility mean? So you should know at least how to ask it. What does facility mean? Okay? You can at least ask it like this. So as I said that, do not address your examiner as a Mr. Try to be professional. Let your teacher feel that you are different from other students. Teachers want to see someone who is different, then they will give better. Of course, there are so many things: pronunciation, fluency, a range of vocabularies that you use, grammar. All these things are important. But still, these small things also. So do not say Mr., say sir. If it's a lady, you can say Miss. Okay? Now, this part. Shabab, these are fillers, we call them. We can use them at the beginning of your answer. When you want to explain about something, you can use them. ليش you can use them? These fillers you can buy the time. It will give you to think a little bit. And another advantage is it will make your speaking شوية طبيعي. It will make your speaking natural. For example, they will ask you, okay, tell me about your free time activities. Okay, actually, شوف, when you say actually, if you be بشكل طبيعي, that would be much better. في الحقيقة, في الحقيقة يعني actually I have many free time activities. In my I usually play football in my leisure time or my free time activities, and like this. I see I from the beginning of sentence. Actually, I don't like watching movies. For example, they ask you about watching movies. Actually, I don't like watching movies, however, I watch movies only at the weekend. See? Actually, and this one, honestly speaking, this is a very nice expression. Honestly speaking, and في الصراحة, honestly speaking. For example, if they ask you a question, which is they ask the question that asking your idea, maybe that question is asking your idea. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? So you can use this expression. Honestly speaking, same. To be honest and honestly speaking, both of them same meaning, Shabab. Okay? You can use it in different situations. Honestly speaking, I don't like watching movies. Honestly speaking, I didn't like my English teacher when I was in grade 5. Honestly speaking, the majority of the students cannot speak English. شوف في الصراحة, honestly speaking, or to be honest. So when you use these kalimat sentences, it will impress your examiner. The examiner will say, wow, he is using such nice phrases and expressions. Okay, so try to use them. Or maybe you can use this. Well, I'm not sure, but I think. So I'm not sure, but I think. I'm not sure, but I think. You can say this. Or you can use this one. As far as I know. As far as I know, the majority, most of the students spend 5 hours on social media. For example, they ask you how many hours students are using social media per day. Well, I'm not sure, but as far as I know, the majority means most of, أغلب. Most of the students, majority of the students spend, 5 to 6 hours every day on social media, as far as I know. So these fillers are also nice things. Okay, so this is, I explained how many parts in the speaking. 3 parts. General question, the first part. The second part is a cue card, which is super important and that you need to be careful. And number 3 is follow-up questions. So Shabab, before we go to the sample questions, okay, before we go to sample question, let's learn some kalamat, vocabularies and expressions, okay? Because these kalamat and expressions, this grammatical point can help you to get better marks. Then, so let's get started. Take notes. So Shabab, be careful how to use past tense. Some questions are in the past tense, so you should listen carefully. If the question is مرتبط to past, you should answer it in the past. Where did you go last summer? What was your best what was your best trip in your life? Sure. If these questions are into past, so your answer also should be related to past. So you should be very careful how to use Mazi. I'm not teaching you Mazi today, of course, because you learned it in level 2. Okay, you need to know how to talk. For example, I traveled to Iran 2 years ago. I spent my holidays with my family. I had the Mazi of have is had. The Mazi of spent, travel, like this. Okay, teach, taught. The Mazi of teach, taught. Maybe they will ask you some questions which are more bit to learning and teaching. So you should know. Many students don't know the difference between teach and learn. Shabab, I am teaching, okay? And you are learning. So you can say that Mr. Mohsen taught me English in level 3. Taught me. Sure. The Mazi of teach is taught. I'll make it a little bit bigger because I know that some of you are using your phone. See how much I am caring about you. Okay, taught. Teach, taught. Mr. Mohsen taught me in level 2. Learn. I learned so many things from his class. I learned so many things from his class. So you need to be careful. Who was your teacher in level 2? For example, you can say Mr. Ahmad taught me. Mr. Ahmad was my level 2. You should not say Mr. Ahmad is. If you say Mr. Ahmad is, it is present. It is ghalat. So you should stick into past tense if the question is in the past. Okay, so you need to be careful about this. And future tense, some of them are some sentences, some questions are مرتبط to future. Again, if the question is مرتبط to future, your answer also should be in the future tense. So you should know how to talk in future. For future, Shabab, you can use this kalamat. I will, for example, travel to Turkey, or I am going to travel to Turkey. Okay, I don't have time right now to teach you the difference between will and going to, because we learned these things in level 2. But these are the same meaning. You can say will. We use them for mustaqbal. I will travel to. I am going to. Shuf, I am going to. Or you can say this. أنا عندي خطة. I have a plan. I have a plan to travel to Turkey. I have a plan to travel to Iran. Or I plan to travel to Iran. I plan to. I have a plan. Same. Or I intend to. Okay, I intend to travel to Iran. So you need to know how to talk in future if your question is مرتبط, related to future. So these kalamat will help you. Then, now, how to talk about likes and dislikes. Many students only use like. I like this, I like this, I like this. Yeah, habibi. Try to use different varieties. Varieties يعني تنوع. If I am not wrong, my Kharban Arabic. Yani you should use synonyms. You should use synonyms, antonyms. So you should not keep using the same vocabularies all the time. For example, instead of saying good, 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 for example, is not good, is not good, try to use different kalamat like wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome. The teacher will evaluate all these things, that the range of vocabulary, how many vocabularies are you using, grammar, pronunciation, kullu shay, everything is important. So for likes and dislikes, okay, what alternatives we have? What synonyms can we use instead of saying I like playing football? So you can use first interested in. أنا مهتم. I am interested in. I am interested in. I am interested in learning. After interested in, we use ing. The fail is ing شباب. Okay? And the preposition حروف الجر is in. I'm interested in learning English. I'm interested in playing football. Then, so you can talk about this, or you can use the word of crazy about. يعني I love this a lot. I am crazy about shopping. I am crazy about shopping. In my free time, I go for shopping, or I do shopping. I am crazy about playing football. I play football every day. Actually, I am crazy. Sure. Actually, I'm crazy about playing football. Instead of saying I like playing football, I like shopping, use this kalamat. Interested in, crazy about. I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of shopping. I'm a big fan of, for example, playing football or whatever. But these two are the most important that you can use it. Okay, after like we use ing شباب. شوف, I like playing. This is the, be careful. I like playing. If you're using like, I like playing, or I like studying. I like learning. Or you can use the word of into. I am not into. Yani I don't like. I am into means I like. I am not into means I don't like. If they are difficult to learn it, you don't need to, because maybe for some students, learning new things will be difficult. So these are another alternatives. You choose one or two. That's it. I am into. I am into playing football. Yani I like playing football. Yani I am crazy about playing football. Then, so these kalamat also will express it to your teacher. Okay. But if you want to say dislike, because they may ask you so many questions about likes and dislikes there, so you should know how to talk. If you talk about dislike, you say I don't like. No, you need to say different things also. For example, playing football is not my cup of tea. Actually, do you like playing football? Well, no, I don't. To be honest, playing football is not my cup of tea. Yani I don't like it. I'm not interested. Not cup of my tea is an idiom. So using idiom again is very important if you know idioms. It's not my cup of tea. Shopping is not my cup of tea because I don't like to just go and walk around, do tawafing. By the way, I made a very nice word, Shabab. You know that, in the college, students keep walking in corridors more than 100 times. So I created a nice word, and that is tawaf. And I always tell them, yeah, Shabab, stop tawafing. Don't do tawafing this much. Go to the library, read a little bit. Why are you tawaf more than 100 times in this university? Use your time perfectly, because time is precious. Time is gold. Stop tawafing in the kulliyah. So many students now they make fun at me, and they say, teacher, we do khali 2 minutes tawafing and we will be back. Wallah al-azim. And I laugh a lot because of this word. I made it, by the way. Okay, so don't do tawafing and use your time perfectly in college. Then, I am not into, I don't like it, or I hate. And I hate playing football. I hate playing video games. Okay, you can use this one. And okay, how to give opinion? I will make it faster, Shabab. When they ask you something, a question, and they ask you opinion, of course, you can use different phrases. These are not new. You know them, many of you. In my opinion, but don't say always in my opinion. In my opinion, use another phrases like I believe that, I strongly believe that. For example, if you say this, oh, the teacher, oh my God, this student's English is mashallah there. I strongly believe that. They will feel the difference. How teachers feel the difference? When you speak differently, when you speak like a pro, yani professional. So we don't give muft mark, any a free mark, just like that. We evaluate everything. All right. I strongly believe that the majority of students do not. The majority of students like to do tawafing. I strongly believe that the majority of students like to do tawafing in the college. They don't like to read books. They hate books. Then, so some of my students might be here. They are laughing now. So I'm not sure. You can say this. I'm not sure, but I think. I'm not sure, but I think. Or you can say this one is very difficult. Don't learn this. As far as I know, I told you. Okay, asking for more, adding information. Okay, Shabab, when you are explaining something, okay, when you want to add information, these are important for cue card. When you have a cue card question, okay, for cue card question, I will tell, because you should wait, be sabur, Shabab, because cue card question is the most important part that I'm going to teach tonight. So be patient, be sabur, and stay in this class, because the most important part is in the cue card that I'm going to explain. Many of you make mistakes in cue card, and that's why you lose marks. Okay, let me finish this and we will go to cue card. I will start with cue card. So how to add information? Of course, also in addition, moreover, okay, you can use these things, these three things. Also in addition, moreover, okay, to add information. However, and but, I wrote this because this is for advanced students maybe. For example, instead of saying but, you can use however. Kev, how should I use however? However means, Shabab, here means but. We show contrast. For example, I like so many things such as such as sports and food. However, I don't like seafood and henna. Henna is that one that you put on your hand, banat. I hate that. I hate it. The smell. So, however, you can use however like this. I like so many things in my life, such as this and this and this. However, instead of saying but, you can say but I don't like this and this, okay? But if you want to get higher mark, you can use however. However, I don't like this and this and this. Then, so this is also a technique. Another word is majority of. Write it down. This is a very nice word, and if you say it, your teacher will definitely be impressed. Impressed. Check it in your dictionary. Impress. So I'm saying impressed. Okay, impress is fail. Your teacher will be impressed, and he will be surprised, and he will start liking it. The majority of, yani most of, أغلب, أكثر. So instead of saying أغلب, you can say the majority of students do not have a car. Or most of the students, the majority of the students, the majority of companies, do not have do not have good quality in the products. They don't have good quality in products. Okay, the majority of the student, the majority of people. Okay, you can use this a lot in your speaking test to impress the teacher. Instead of saying difficult, you can say the word challenging. Challenging means also difficult. For example, learning English is very challenging for students. It's very challenging. Okay, very challenging, and it's very difficult. Instead of saying very, 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 very important, use different kalamat. Highly important, extremely important, super important. Sure. When you use different kalamat, nice kalamat, your teacher will like it. Learning English is highly important. I believe doing sport extremely important. So Shabab, your intonation also will be counted. Yani, try to impress your teacher with your what is it, intonation. More intonation. Intonation يعني the the rise and when your voice will go up and down, when your voice go up and down, in some parts of your speaking you can raise your voice. In some sentence you can stress on some words, so this is called intonation. Yani, falling and rising of the voice is called intonation. Yani, you should not speak like a robot. Actually, the majority of the students do not like football because football is a very dangerous sport. Sure. See that your voice is see the خلي. There is no up and down. انت robot then. I will say, mashallah. A robot is sitting in front of me and talking like a robot. So don't be a robot. Speak naturally with full of energy. Like this one. Extremely proud. Well, they ask you, okay, what do you think about sports, doing a sport? Do you think doing sports is important? You say, in my opinion, doing a sport is extremely important because we can be fit and we can be healthy. See, I'm not saying I believe doing a sport is extremely important because we can be fit and healthy. Mashi, energy as if you are a dead person and you did not eat for maybe 3 days and you are in the exam. So ya shabab, intonation, stress, energy. Put malah in your speaking. All right? Without malah, it will not be nice. So use this word. Instead of saying very, you can say super important. Learning English is super important. Doing a sport is super important or extremely important. Extremely means, again, same meaning, Shabab. All same meaning. Means very, very much. Extremely important. About how often, they ask you question about how often or how often. Many students don't know even the meaning of how often. يعني كم مرة. زين شباب؟ كم مرة. How often do you read books? I read books. I reading books now. I read books. Be careful about the tenses. I read books once a week, twice a week in my free time, and sometimes plenty of times. Sometimes this is sometimes. Sometimes I read, for example, three times a week or once a week. So use this kalimat. Once means one time a week. Sure. Once a week. I read books twice a week. I read books 3 times a week. Sometimes when I am free, when I am in a good mood, sure. When I am in a good mazaj, I read every day. Say, what is it like? Adi, it's okay. Or maybe you said it, well, to be honest, I don't like reading. I like listening. I read, I listen to, podcasts and such things and news. I don't like reading because I feel bored. I feel like sleeping, when I read books, So you just choose. If you say yes, I read books. Okay, no need, not zaruri to be sadiq, as I said that. Choose the answer that you can speak more in English. If you say that yes, if you remember this once a week and all, say that yes, I do like reading books. I read books actually once a week or twice a week whenever I am free, and sometimes I read, for example, every day. Okay? So be careful. Using nowadays and these days, this is a nice word. Nowadays, and I don't know, what do you say in Arabic? Nowadays and these days. The meaning means these days. Nowadays, many students smoke, for example, مو هذا, what was the name of that? It is long. I forgot it. Leave it. I know you know what I'm saying, which is bad, by the way. I hate it. Those who smoke that, you know. Nowadays, many students, smoke that one. I don't know what they call it. Doha? Aywa, doha, aywa. So nowadays, majority of students don't have car. Nowadays, the majority of students cannot speak English. Nowadays, learning English has become a big challenge. True. Saying nowadays in your speaking looks good. Used to. This word. Yalla. Shabab, we use used to when we did something in Mali, because they will ask you something related to used to maybe in this speaking. Okay, this is a nice important word. An adat, a habit, action that you did it before. You used to did it, do it before, but now you are not doing it. When you, for example, when you in grade 12, you had that habit. You had that habit before, but now you don't have it. So we use used to. See, when I was grade 12, for example, I'm saying, I used to smoke. Yani now I'm not smoking. When I was in grade 12, I was ghabi, I was stupid. I was not mature. So when I was a child, when I was in grade 7, I used to smoke cigarette, or I used to play football every day. Sure, I used to sleep next to my dad when I was a child. I used to speak with my mom. I used to, for example, go to the garden, to the mazra, and steal mango. Aywa. Boys did that when we were a child. Okay, we used to go to gardens and steal sarga, mangoes, and have it with melah. Oh, what a nice wallah experience. When I was a child, I used to play football every day. When I was a child, I used to play with my neighbors. When I was a child, I used to cycle every day. Sure. So you can use used to for something in the past. Okay. You need to use these kalamat shabab, frequency of time. I often, sometimes, always, these kalamat, frequency of times, also can help you to improve your marks. Okay, using there is, there are, yani yujid shabab, use it. There are many problems. There is only one problem when you use there is, yujid mufrad. There are jama. There are many problems in the society. So shabab, using these kalamat can help you. There is, there are, yujid. Be careful of using have and has. Many students don't know still how to use have and has. Ya shabab, we use he has. Okay, Ahmed has, Muhammad has, Malak has, Sundus has. These are my nice and superheroes and heroines, the students, actually, I'm saying. He has, she has. Okay, for he, she, it has. But for have, I have, they have, we have. Okay, so be careful. Do, does. I don't have a car. I don't have a car. We don't have a car. The students, when it is Jama students, most of the students don't have a car. But if he's Mufrad, he doesn't have a car. He doesn't have a car. Ahmad doesn't have a car. So you should be careful on these things. Don't make such a silly mistakes. These are level 1, level 2. All right. Now we are done with vocabularies, ya shabab. I will not go start by from task part 1, because part 1 is easy. It's not easy, of course, but there are some questions like this. For example, let's talk about fruits. What kind of fruits do you like? Why? So do not say that apple because it is good, because it is delicious or whatever. Proper answer. So I will go in part one. I will explain part one after teaching part two. Let's go to part two. Yalla. Ya Allah. Where is my part two? Okay. Cue card. Where's the water? Oh, sorry, I need to drink a little bit water. Sorry, don't look it. I hope you are not bored. I hope you still have energy because this is the most important part. Yeah, Shabab. Cue card question. What I have to remember. So before I give you the cue card, read these sentences. Read them, yalla. So for cue card question, try to give a powerful start. Yani your start should be powerful, nice. By paraphrasing the question. Okay. If you could not paraphrase the question, Adi. Okay. I will teach you. Don't repeat the question. Mo yani don't repeat the question. For example, this is the question. Sure. This is the question. This is the question of cue card. They give you a question on a paper, and they give you that question to you. Okay, in task two, in part two, there is a question like this. For example, speak about your favorite teacher who taught you in foundation level. You should say who was the teacher, that teacher, which college did he teach you, what did he teach you, and why did you like that teacher. Okay, so they give you that cue card, and they give you one small paper, of course, to take notes. So you should not, when you want to answer the question, you should not repeat this question in front of the teacher. Do not say, okay, who was the teacher? Mr. Mohsen was my teacher. Which college did he teach you? He teach me in Muscat College. What did he teach you? He teach me English. No, absolutely not cool. It's not right to say it like this. This is not the way. So how is the way then? Okay, so don't repeat the question. Do not write long answers. When they give you that paper to take notes, do not write a paragraph. They give you خلي 1 minute. 1 minute to take notes. So خلي write the key كلمات, key words. Those كلمات that you want to, those things that it will help you when you see them, it will help you to remember the answer. Okay? So don't write long things. Just short note. Short. Write only the keywords and phrases. Do not sit idle. Yani do not خلي sit like this. Take notes. I mean, in that 1 minute, use it. Okay? This one, okay, I will tell you. Now this part. In this part, I want you to read this. In this part, the questions are always asking about what, when, who, where, and they ask you to give the detailed information. The mistake many students make here is to simply answer these 3 questions, and after 30 seconds, they cannot think and talk because they give short answers. خلي, they only answer those 3 or 4 questions, and خلاص, their speaking will be finished. Ya Shabab, this is not the way that you only answer those questions with short answer and خلاص. You should speak 2 or 3 minutes. Keep it in your mind. This is the best chance that you can speak. Give details. Otherwise, teachers will not gonna give you a mark. You just speak for 1 minute or 30 seconds, خلاص. No. So what should I do if teacher, if I get a very difficult question? What should I do? Allah alam. Allah may help you at that time because you cannot change it. You cannot change the question. Although you can request, but I don't think so. There's no chance. So let's practice now. This is the question, and these are the notes. For example, you wrote in the notes, okay? Who was the teacher? Hassan, not Mohsen, Hassan. Hassan al-Mandari. Hassan. Which college did he teach you? Muscat College, for example. What did he teach you? English. Why did you like that teacher? Good personality. So here I'm writing more kalamat. ليش? Because I can explain more here. So you need to think. You need to think which part you can explain more. Which part, which question of this you can explain more. Then focus tarkiz on that and explain more because you need to speak 2-3 minutes. Don't worry that you covering everything or you're not covering. It is important to cover, by the way, all this part, but think about this mostly. Your favorite teacher. If these things will make you confuse, you can only think about this. My favorite teacher who taught me. So you keep thinking about that teacher. Some students do it like that. They khali think about the title and they try to make a story. But no, some students no, they try to write the answers here and then they start talking. Okay, now we take notes. We wrote the notes. Then now what we have to do? How should I start? How should I start? This is the most important part. All right. Now listen carefully. To start, you can use these things, these phrases. When you want to start answering, you can use these sentences. For example, okay, today, all right, I'm going to talk about, sure, I'm going to talk about. مو يعني I'm going to, يعني I will. Same meaning, going to, not أنا بروح. Will يعني going to means will here. I am going to talk about what? So look at the question. I'm going to talk about your favorite teacher? لا, you should change it. I'm going to talk about my favorite teacher who taught you? No, who taught me in the foundation level. If you cannot paraphrase it, if you can paraphrase it, paraphrase it. All right, I'm going to talk about one of the best teachers of my life who taught me in the foundation level. This is another tariqa for advanced students if you want to impress the teacher. If you're not, then say this. I'm going to talk about my favorite teacher who taught me in foundation level. So this is a very nice introduction and your teacher will like it. So muqaddama is zaruri. Then this is one way, or you can say that I'm going to describe. Maybe they will ask you to describe something. So you should say, I'm going to describe my best teacher. I'm going to describe my, I don't know, this and that. Or I would like to. There are different things. Okay, this is an interesting question. Even you can say this then. This is an interesting question. I'm going to talk about, even you can say that. Okay, this is an interesting question. I'm going to talk about my favorite teacher who taught me in the foundation level. So it is up to you. Kefe, you want to choose which one? You want to choose only this one I'm going to talk about? Or you're going to use this? Adi. So it is up to you. Okay, you can choose one and explain it. All right, now let's see the answer. Let's see the answer, how the answer should be. This is the answer. For example, this is one time. Okay. First, read it, everybody. Try to read it. شوف. Okay, I am going to talk about my favorite teacher who taught me in the foundation level 2. His name is, you can say here, you can change it. You can say is, it's Adi. His name was, or his name is Mr. Hassan, because someone who in the past, his name was Mr. Hassan. He was an Omani. See, I added some more information. So Shabab, it is art, it is cool, it is okay if you add more information. Yani, in the question, we didn't ask about jinsiyya, صح? About nationality. We didn't ask, but you can say it. You can put malah, anything مرتبط to that teacher, that question. Adi. Actually, he was from Iran. He was a very, amazing teacher, this and that. So he was an Omani. He taught me reading and writing skills at UTAS. See, you're covering everything. Where is the question? Where is the question? Where is the question? Ya Rabbi. Here. His name was Mr. Hassan. He taught me in Muscat College. He taught me English, reading, and I don't know, this and that. Now in this part, I explaining more because I have more vocabularies here. I have enough vocabulary to talk about the personality. So I focus on this and I try to speak more about the personality. Maybe about this, you don't know anything. You just say, he taught me English, reading and listening. Maybe you don't know what to say more. So in this one, for example, this part, if you have more information, so focus on this part and explain more. Like this. Sure. Actually, I spoke mostly here. Actually, I was crazy about his personality. I liked him so much because he was an amazing, outstanding. He was a super amazing, wonderful teacher because he used to teach us, he used to help us a lot. Sure, you can use this one. He used to, or he was caring and helpful person. Shakhs. Also, see, we adding it for. Also, he had a great personality. Sure, the question was in Mazi, صح? So be careful. If the question is in مستقبل, you should speak in future tense. So be careful about the tense, ya shabab. Be careful. Which tense it is? Yeah, bismillah. The light fall down. Nothing happened, don't worry. So you should be careful that the question is related to past, future, or present. So you need to be careful about these things. There? All right? So now, see, you can use also these kalimat, in addition, also this and that, to make your sentence. This is another one. Sure. Speak about a time you were with a lot of people. Yani crowded place. Maybe they said a crowded place. What was that place? So here you need to make a story. With a lot of people, what should I say? So your mukh should be so shatter at that time. You need to make a story. Maybe you were not in a crowded place, but you need to make story, ya shabab. Cook a story. Maybe you were not in a place with many people. Maybe it can be a wedding. Sure. Maybe it can be a wedding. Maybe it can be a workshop. Maybe it can be a speech competition, for example, with many people. Okay. It can be anywhere. So you can say anything. Okay. When were you there? You can say that two years ago, 1 month ago, for example. Okay, 1 month ago. Why you were there? To attend, or for example, to give a speech. For example, okay, to give a speech. So like this, how you felt about being in that place. I felt so wonderful. I felt nervous. True. So you need to say that, okay, today I'm going to talk about a place that I was with a lot of people. Actually, I was in a speech competition last week. The speech competition, was okay, last week, and I was there to give a speech about, for example, the importance of learning English. There were many people in that competition, and I was so nervous. Actually, I was about to die because my heart was beating so fast. That day was the first day that I was facing with many people, so I was really nervous. But thank God, I controlled my nervousness, and little by little, I felt better when I started, when I started giving my speech. And at the end of the speech, I really felt wonderful because I succeeded to give my speech. Sure. So everything should be in the past. I know it is difficult, but you need to do it. Okay. And this one, maybe they ask you to describe. Maybe the question will be, describe a job you are interested in. Describe. Wasf. What is that job? See, describe. I am interested. This is not Malzi. This is not future. So you can say that I am interested to become an English teacher because, to become an English teacher qualification, and which shahada, what do you need? To become an English teacher, I need a university degree. And I should study hard to get a good GPA also. Or here you can say that I like to be, the job that I am interested is an English teacher because I love this job and I want to because I'm a very sociable person. You don't need to say that I am interested to become an English teacher only. You can explain more. Lish you want to be an English teacher? Because you need to speak 2 minutes. I am interested to become an English teacher, to be honest, because this is my dream, actually. Because I'm a very sociable person. I love to help people. I love to change people's lives. And I used to also teach English when I was a child. So this is really my dream, to become an English teacher in one of the colleges in Oman. To become an English teacher, you need to have a university degree. Having a degree is very important, and it is necessary, actually. So at this job, becoming a teacher or teaching is very demanding. Any market wants it. Okay, it is very demanding because there are many colleges in Oman, and we need many teachers in our country. Okay, I love this. As I said, I love this. Job because I seriously wish to be with people. I wish to change their lives. That's it. You can say that's it. Okay, so this is the way that you can talk about it. You can do a screenshot for this. This is sample question answer if you want. This is an interesting topic. Okay, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to describe. I'm going to describe, or I'm going to tell you. Okay, this is the one. All right, now, Shabab, we are done with cue card. All right, we are done for cue card. The first part, you will get different questions. The most important parts are over, Shabab. If somebody wants to leave, the most important parts of this session are over. Now we are going to practice little bit in part one. Part one, you will get questions like this. Let's talk about fruits. What kind of fruits do you like? Don't say that I like a mango only. For example, I like apples. Explain it. Khali, don't say that apple. Khali, one word. No. Full answer. I like some different types of fruits, but my favorite fruit is, for example, mango, because it is so delicious. It is really tasty. You can say like that. Do you think fruit is important? Well, of course, eating fruits is extremely important. Because it can because fruits has a protein, and it can keeps us healthy. That's it. True. Do not only say yes, it is important. No, give reason, elaborate. Now, this one is past. شوف ماضي. Did you eat fruit a lot when you were a child? Well, actually, I don't remember, but yes, I used to. I used to eat fruit a lot when I was a child because I was crazy. I was crazy about mango, and I used to eat mango a lot. شوف, when you know when the question is madi, you should speak in madi. You need to be careful. Let's talk about housework. Housework means shabab means cleaning and such kind of thing. Okay, housework, cleaning the house and all. What kind of no? Kind means came no no no. What kind of house um, house work? Um, what kind of house work? What kind of housework do you often do around home? For example, you can say, I do so many housework, such as cleaning the washrooms. Okay, don't feel shy. Okay, you need to help your parents. All right, Adi, don't be maghrur. You should wash the washrooms. Well, I do so many housework. To be honest, I'm a very active person. I wash the dishes. I help my mother to do the dishes, and I also sometimes clean the house. I vacuum the house, for example. Or sometimes I'm lazy and I don't work, and the maid means khaddama work do the work. Okay, so these are another way things. So and now I would like to what is it to open the mic and let two students to have shabab. After 10 minutes we are done. Okay, if somebody wants to go, Adi, you can leave. If not, I will on the mic and I will ask some students to have a practice for part. So may I request Mr. Ahmed to open the mic, please? Okay, Sarah. Sarah is the first one. So Sabab, the first one is Sarah. I want to see host control. Okay, let the students to wait. Turn on video. No, where is the voice? Hello, question. Okay, hello, question. I think now you are allowed. Sarah, can you on your mic? Is it possible? Okay. Now you can. Now you can. Sarah, okay. Are you ready, Sarah? Who wants to be the first one? Because Sarah raised her hand. So who wants to be the first one to have a practice? I'm going to ask. Who wants to be the first one? Yalla. Ryan. Okay, Ryan. Yalla, Ryan. Hello, Ryan. Can you hear me? It is locked still? I think you can on your mic, Shabab. Anybody can open the mic, Shabab? I want to see.
Yes, yes.
Ah,
It is opening.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
So who wants to? Ryan, I think you have a problem. Then we choose another one. Let me see. Azhar. Azhar. Azhar, are you ready? Al-Azhar, أيوة. Or maybe Zainab. Are you ready, Zainab? Yalla, on the mic. Where are you? Or Al-Fadl.
Yes, mister.
Al-Fadl. Finally, somebody spoke. How are you, Al-Fadl?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. What about you, mister?
Fine, thank you very much. Are you level 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where do you study, Fadl?
I am studying in Al-Rustaq University.
Okay, Rusta University.
Yes.
All right, nice to meet you, Father. So first tell me, how was the session, Al-Father?
Everything is fine, but My language in English is not that too much.
It's not that good.
Yes,
Okay, but my explanations were, I mean, clear. I was clear in explanation.
yes,
So did you understand my English?
yes.
Okay.
MashaAllah, you speak very, very fast.
I speak very
Yes,
because we don't have time, so that's why I tried to explain so many things. So that's why. Okay, Al Fadel, let me ask you a question about part two. Okay. So in part two, I'm going to show you a question, and then I will ask you to. Okay, the same question I want to ask. This one. This one. Where is it? This one. The same way that I told you, Father. Try to say it in the same way. So this is the question that you have. I want to see how you're going to answer it. Speak about a
inshallah.
favorite teacher who taught you in the foundation level. For example, in level two, who taught you in level two, for example, in level two. For example, you studied level two, just kids, whatever. Just imagine like that.
Yes,
Who was that teacher? The same way that I explained. So, are you ready? If you're ready, yalla.
yes, I'm ready.
Okay, yalla.
Ah, hello,
How to
sir.
start that sentence?
Yes.
I am
Ah, I am.
going to, going to.
I forget.
This one, going to.
Yes, yes. I am going to talk about my favorite teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, his name is Suleiman Al Ghafri.
Mm-hmm.
He teach me English for uh, level two, especially uh, listening and speaking. I learn a lot uh, from this section, and I like or yes, I like this teacher because it is so helpful and help me to improve my weak English.
Okay, la la la
Yes,
la. Yeah. Okay.
uh,
Then, good, good.
and
All right, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. The
and
only thing, the tenses, you should be careful about the tenses. For example, you should know the mazi of teach. For example, the mazi of
oh,
teach is taught.
I forget.
Yeah, he taught me. صح?
Yes, yes,
He taught me. And you did not, and when you are explaining, sometimes you can look at the question. You can look at the question. You did not say that which college. He taught me in or at which college? He taught me at
Arostachkoli.
uh,
Yes,
he taught me at Rostart College, and actually he taught me. Then you said that he taught me English, writing or listening. I don't know what did you say, and you explained this part nicely. That why you liked him. So it was
yes,
good, but it was short. It was good, but it was not excellent, of course,
yes,
because the tense you spoke in present tense, so you
yes.
should speak in past tense. Then, but
Inshallah.
mashallah, you are salis. You were salis. You spoke, without stopping and all. So that was good. That was good. And inshallah, it will be even better than this.
Thank you,
Excellent.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, let me ask another one. Zainab Ali.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Do you want to answer the same question or should I change it?
You can change it.
Okay, I can change it. I will choose a difficult one for you. Uh,
Uh,
Let me see. Invention. Should see. Maybe they will ask about invention. Choose. Some questions are difficult. Speak about the invention. Invention. You should know the meaning of invention. For example, speak about a time you were in a place with a lot of people. This one I explained. Speak about a time when you had a cake that was very special. What kind of cake it was, who made the cake, why you had the cake, how you felt about eating the cake. Sure, some topics are difficult maybe somehow, but you need to make a story. So for this one, do you think that you can talk about it?
yeah.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Yalla, take
Okay.
notes, and after 1 minute, you should speak. Muhammad, are you there? Ahmed, Muhammad, Ahmed Al Mandari from Ebri. Anybody from Ebri? Ahmed, you're not here? Malak, Sondos. Oh, all these lazy students are not here. Wait, Sadar. I will show them. Okay, your 1 minute is over. Please
Okay.
speak about it. Please speak.
Okay. I'm going to talk about the cake I made it in the last year. Last year, we have a sister birthday, and my mom didn't find anyone to bake a cake. So I asked her if I can bake a cake. Uh, she told me you can try. So I tried to bake a cake, and I baked chocolate cake. Uh, for, okay,
Yeah.
and the cake it was very delicious. And after I bake it, I'm so proud of myself because it is the first time to me to bake this cake. That's it.
At the end, this part, how you felt about eating the cake. At the end,
At the end, everyone is were very happy, and
that's it. And that's
that's
it.
it.
You can say that's it. You know,
Yeah.
when you can finish it, that's it. And that's it. So I want you to to say it with a little bit more energy, especially the ending. When you're ending the explanation, it should be full of energy. Well, at the end, because the teacher sometimes remember the last part, the end. Remember this, Shabab. In
Okay.
presentation, in everything, audience always remember the first part of your presentation and the end. In WhatsApp, whatever you say, maybe it's not that much important, but the end, you should close it with a good ending, powerful. At the end, I or they felt so good. They felt so happy. They were so happy because they enjoyed the cake. The cake was really delicious. That's it. So you should increase your voice. Yani you should be full of energy. Okay. Do not speak with low confidence, and do not lower your voice as if you're going down. So speak with so much energy. Then, and try to use your body language. At the end, everybody felt so good because the cake was amazing. I made it. So yeah, that's it. This is all about the story. This is all about my cake story. Sure. You can be funny also. There, but excellent, mashallah. You explain it very well. Good job. Good job. All right, the last one, because you need to maybe go and eat something. I know that it is time to go to have dinner. So Rayan or Abrar
Yes,
or
Mister.
okay, Rayan. Rayan, are you ready? You want?
Yes, of course.
Allah. So let's choose a very difficult one again.
I want that one about the favorite teacher.
Favorite teacher, you want to talk about it? Yalla.
Yes,
Are you ready for it?
yes, of course.
Okay, let me see. Be careful of your grammar, be careful of your pronunciation. Try to explain as much as you can. See?
Okay,
And finish it with strongly. Okay.
okay.
Yalla.
Today I got to talk about my favorite teacher I had in level 2. It, her name was Miss Fatma. It teach me English. English. Uh, I
She taught you English, okay? You can look at the question always. Maybe sometimes you forget. You can look at the question. Her name was Miss Fatima. She taught you English, or she taught me English.
he
She
teach me English. I like her because he
be
she's
careful.
she's
She
the cause of improve our skills in writing and reading.
Mhm.
Well, she in UTAS college.
She is teaching at UTAS College, or she was teaching at UTAS College,
Yes.
or you can she is or she was. Both of them correct. Okay, that's it.
He have a lot of students that love her because she's helpful and she has a good skills on in teach the students, and yeah, that's it.
You can use this one overall. Overall, any? Do you know the meaning of overall? You can end it, like this. Anyways, or overall, I really, miss my teacher, and I hope to see her again. Try to have a nice ending. You know,
Yes.
nice ending also is nice. Or you can say, this is all about my favorite teacher. This is all about. This is all about my favorite teacher. Be careful about she. You were saying keep he. Be careful. You're talking about a lady, so you need to be careful about he and she. Okay? She had many students. She was helpful. She helped so many students. This is all about my favorite teacher, and I hope I can meet her again. That was good. That was good. But only be careful about he and she, because maybe you were nervous somehow. But be careful about he and she. Her name was and use she. Okay. Great job. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Raya. Okay, Shabab. If you have any questions, now this is the time to answer and to ask any questions if you have. If you have any question, I'm at your service. Any questions that you want to ask about the exam? Otherwise, we are done, Shabab. If you have any questions, be careful about this one. Some students maybe want to. May I come in? You can use this kalamat also. When before you go to class, you can use it. Excuse me. You can knock the door. Excuse me, sir. May I come in? May I come in? This is a nice thing that shows that you are professional. May I come in? Then you go sit there, and they ask your ID card. You can give your ID card. Here you are. You can say that here you are. أنت تفضل. يلا, here you are. تفضل. Here you are. And when the session is over, you can thank the examiner. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Have a great day. Have a great day. Have a nice day. Okay. You can use these things also to show that you are a very professional person. Okay, when you want to adkhal, you say, excuse me, may I come in? You can knock to the door. May I come in? When you want to give your ID card, you can use, here you are, min tafaddal. Hear more. Okay, so these are some techniques that I forgot to tell you. And when you finish the speaking, you can say, "Have a nice day, nice meet you, nice to meet you, or nice meeting you." Okay, these are also good things to remember. All right, if you do not have any questions, Shabab, this is the end of the session. I hope that you enjoyed it. And again, once again, I would like to thank Tamkeen Academy for providing this nice opportunity for all of you. Inshallah ta'ala, may Allah help you all to get a good mark in the speaking test. Shabab, study hard, review as much as you can, and I will send this file also to the Tamkin. You can get it from her, from the the staff of the Tamkin. All right. So take care of yourself and be the best human in your life. Yalla shabab, masalama, and see you next time. Yalla, bye bye, and good night.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Mr.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yalla, masalama, and see you inshallah next time.